Our Father,
Okay.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Start over.
Okay, good evening. We'll go ahead and get started with item D. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the May 6, 2024 minutes shall stand approved. I'm hearing none. Therefore approved. Item E, citizen communication. If there is anyone in the audience or online that would like to address council on a matter that is not on the agenda, please come forward and we will acknowledge that. Item F, reports from council committees. The Electric Committee did not meet on May 13th, 2024 due to the lack of agenda items. F2, the Water, Sewer, Refuse, Recycling, and Litter Committee did not meet on May 13th, 2024 due to the lack of agenda items. F3, the Municipal Properties, Building, Land Use, and ED Committee met on May 13th, 2024 and discussed city-owned property. F4, the Parks and Recreation Committee did not meet earlier tonight due to the lack of agenda items. To G, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. Resolution number 01624, a resolution extending the provisions contained in resolution number 05723, wherein council imposed an immediate moratorium on the issuance and processing of permits allowing retail dispensaries, cultivators, there we go, or processors of adult use marijuana within the city of Napoleon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Andy?
Yes, Council Acting President. As you recall, Billy had brought this forth at the last meeting. The moratorium was set to expire July 31st. And based on the timing of 3 readings and 30 days, et cetera, he thought it was wise to bring it forward so that council, if they so choose, could extend the moratorium because the state has still not really solidified what they're going to do with the law. So what this legislation does is extends it out through December 31st of 2024. I get that correct, Mr.
That's
Walker?
correct. There you go.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? Hearing none. Michaela, can you please call the roll?
Dr. Dave,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross. Oh, Ross isn't here. Ken,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
That would be moving on to second read. H2, ordinance number 01724, an ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a water purchase contract between the city of Napoleon, Ohio, and the village of Holgate, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Andy?
Yes, thank you. I have yet to receive feedback from the Village of Holgate. The last communication I had with them was with their village administrator a week ago, and she stated that it was in the hands of their village solicitor to review, and I have not heard anything back from them. So at this time, I would respectfully ask that council table this legislation, and then we will bring it forth again next meeting.
Can I have a motion to table?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Michaela, can you call roll, please?
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Ordinance is tabled. There are none on the second reading of ordinances, as well as none on the third reading of ordinances. Item K, good of the city. Approval of the power supply cost adjustment factor for May 2024 as PSCA 3-month average factor, 0.01606, and JV 2.025988. Andy, or do I do a motion?
Yes, that's negligible increase from previous months, and there's nothing special about this month's
Okay.
adjustment.
If there are no questions, comments,
Did somebody make a motion?
I don't.
Not yet. We need to now.
We need to, okay. Can we have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Michaela, can you please call roll?
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Do I move to approval of
That's just been, you could just say that's been approved,
that? Oh, sorry.
and then move
That
on
has been approved.
and go to K2.
K2, discussion action, CDBG application for the East Washington Street project, and direct the law director to draft legislation. Andy?
Yes. Late last week, Chad met with Maumee Valley Planning in regard to the CDBG application for the East Washington Street project. As you most likely recall, that project consists of complete replacement of the sanitary, storm, water system and streets, all the way from the wastewater treatment plant to East Riverview. The state has asked that the legislation committing the funds to the project, whether we get the grant or not. So what we need is for Billy to draft the appropriate legislation, basically stating that we will continue to commit the funds for that project. In the 2024 budget, we've already committed $405,000 toward this project. There's nothing that would say that we aren't going to continue and commit funds to this project, but we need Billy to draft such legislation, and Chad will work with him on the appropriate language for this legislation.
Does council have any questions, comments?
So the state's requiring that for?
For the grant application.
Okay, so
Correct.
it's just a,
Yeah,
got it. It's a requirement
Basically
for the
stating that-
application of the grant.
correct.
That you're locking in that
You're,
project.
you're locking in that project whether we get the grant or not.
Got it.
Yep. And again, this grant is for $500,000.
And we feel we could absorb that cost if we,
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, that's part of the entire long-term control plan. This is kind of the final piece to get the section from the wastewater treatment plant to downtown. And this is like the second to last piece. Once we complete it from the wastewater treatment plant to Riverview, we'll go from Riverview to Perry to complete it in the coming years.
No other comments? Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
second.
Michaela, can you please call roll?
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll go around the table. We'll start with Andy this evening.
Very good. I'm sure I'll get the question, so I will try and head off some of the questions tonight. Installation of docks. We anticipate removing some of the large debris from the from the westernmost section of the boat ramp so that we can get those docks installed. We plan on doing that tomorrow or Wednesday. And then by mid to late week, we should have all of the docks in town installed. Those at the boat ramp, we've already have a couple of those. Continue to install those, plus the ones over on the south side at Overhouse Park. Pool opening is scheduled for Memorial Day. They started filling the pool today. They'll complete it in the morning. The health department is scheduled to be there Wednesday, and they will start testing it and making sure that it's balanced and ready to go for Memorial Day. I did receive an invitation from Eric Den from the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post, inviting us to the Memorial Day service, which will start at the boat ramp at 10 a.m. on Memorial Day, where they do their Lost at Sea service. And then they continue to go downtown to the War Memorial next to the sheriff's office for the main service. So, if you are so inclined. Other than that, I have nothing. Thank you.
Thank you. Billy?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Jordan?
Just cool watching everybody play baseball out on the baseball fields. It's been really cool too. My daughter and I have been walking and looking for golf balls. It's been the new favorite activity of a 3-year-old. But it's been really cool to see the pickup games going. And we were kind of watching, and there was one boy who said, "Now how do I throw off the mound?" And his friends were showing it. So it's cool to watch the game of baseball getting interest because of the new field. So just a cool shout out and another thank you to all the people involved in that. That's it.
Nothing for me, thanks.
Ken?
Did we get an answer on who shovels the snow underneath the overpass on Scott Street?
No, sir. Fail.
You have a little
I
time to
did
figure
not.
that out.
I will get you one. I will get you one.
Get him a shovel.
Have a shovel will not travel.
Joe?
I have,
Well, I only had one thing. Were you done?
no, I'm done.
Okay. I only have one thing, but Andy already stole it for the Memorial Day ceremony. If you are planning to attend, if you could let me know, so I can notify the people in charge, and they'll have seats for us. So as of right now, I
Yes.
did let them know that you and I are going to attend. Anybody else, just let me know. And we'll give Andy a mulligan, because I know he has one more shot over there.
Thank you, Mayor. I did receive this. It's a very simple note, but it came through utilities, and it just says, "Thanks for always keeping the lights on in all the storms." It's not often you get thanks, but I think that's pretty special when you get something like that written on an envelope when it comes in, so I needed to share that.
Hold that up so that she can get a picture.
Thank you, Mayor.
I have nothing. Dr. Dave?
Have nothing.
The Finance and Budget Committee had a meeting scheduled for 5/28. There are no new agenda items assigned, so that meeting will be canceled.
Kevin?
May 10th, I had the opportunity to go down and see the baseball field, and it was just a wonderful opening night. And it was just great to see that many people coming in and enjoying that evening. It was such a great night, so, something to look forward to even more in the city of Napoleon. And they ended up getting a game-used ball from the very first game, and I presented it to the mayor, so.
Thank you very
keep
much.
that with your trinkets that you get.
I sure will. Thank you.
I'm sure that's gonna be worth a lot of money.
Yep, I already put it on eBay. It's going pretty good.
That's all I have.
Thank you. In the absence of, item M, approval of payments of bills and financial reports. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payment of bills and financial reports shall stand approved. Any comments? They stand approved. I have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Michaela, please go roll.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
They all go
Nice
that quickly.
job.
Thank you.
Ross is replaced.
Your efficiency is
Fastest
like
ever.
unbelievable there.